Well, hello my lovely ladies in business and welcome to my channel. This is Maria Guyon of Wild Fox Alchemy, where I help female entrepreneurs banish the blocks to business success and learn to manifest a magical business that lights up the world. So here I am with your weekly reading for the 12th to the 19th of July. This is a reading for the collective. If you want astrological readings for the month, I have those on my channel too, so check out those. If you want to get news of those, please do subscribe and click on the little bell to find out when I'm actually putting new content out. I'm really going to be focusing on this channel over the next few weeks. The theme for this week is from the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell, and it's the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? This is kind of a tower moment maybe. Maybe this is, if you look here, we've got a tower. We've got a lovely gap between that's full of flowers and looks very bright, but then we seem to be trapped here between these two towers that are just, the storms all around it, and it's all about to fall apart. There is a shift happening right now where anything inauthentic can no longer survive. Relationships, jobs, social structures, and anything built on shaky ground is destined to tumble down. It's happening to bring you back home to who you truly are, both individually and to society as a whole, so that you can live a life that is in alignment with who you truly are. When you're in the thick of it, it can feel like a personal attack from the universe. Have faith, because the difficult times will be your defining moments. You will be reborn in the fire. You are being called to surrender, to stop trying to hold it all together, to loosen your grip, to let the crumbling occur. It may be difficult at first, but in the end, the sooner you let go, the sooner the rebirthing will occur. What are you trying to hold together? What are you doing your best to avoid? And how are you trying to pretend that everything is okay? You have what it takes to allow what is falling away to tumble and fall. Once the tower has crumbled, you will be able to rebuild your home on solid ground with mighty foundations and a view that is so magnificent that it will take your breath away each new morn. Kali, the goddess of destruction, and the Black Madonna are with you now. Lay it all on their altar. They can hold it all. So what are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? Now, in a business perspective, it could be a program, it could be a service or an offering that you've got. I have a client that is a maker of beautiful plush collectibles, and she's having immense problems at the moment because she built part of her business around a Patreon, where people come and they pay a regular subscription every month to access levels of rewards. And unfortunately, this Patreon account is driving this girl crazy because her patrons have been trained to expect a physical reward every month or every 2 months, depending. And so she ends up working like a dog to get these physical rewards out and doesn't actually really make anything on them. But she's kind of clinging to it because it's regular money. Even though she's kind of spending all the time and effort, she sees on the first of the month that the Patreon money goes towards her rent and it's a regular payment. So it's really difficult for her to say, I need to let go of this. And, we've been working on trying to fix this situation, and it can be really difficult. She's trying to look at all different options as to whether or not she can take away this physical reward or charge more money for it. But she's so afraid of upsetting people that this has become a real big issue to try and work through, even though underneath she knows it needs sorting out. She'll get there in the end, but for now, it's difficult, and I appreciate that. So is there something like that you're hanging on to? Is there a set of clients? Is there a product that you're doing that really, it's not suiting what you're doing? It's not in line with your values anymore. Perhaps it takes more work than it's worth, but you just can't quite let go because maybe you're emotionally attached to it. I know I found it difficult. I had to streamline because I was running several businesses at one point and not succeeding as well as I'd like with any of them. So I had to make the decision to focus on the one that I love the best, which is Wild Fox Alchemy. And even though I'd got a lot of knowledge and a lot of time and emotional investment in the other businesses, I knew I had to let them go. And honestly, it's so hard when you've worked and put your all into something, to then decide to let it go is really hard. Even such things as closing the social media accounts down, it was really hard to do. And so, you know, what is it that you're clinging to that perhaps it's time to let go of? Just sever the ties and get on with it. And just let it go. These cards are very jumpy, I must add. There we go. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got... Oh, goodness me, how strange is that? Huh. The first card we've got, what you need to focus your energy on. It's the Tower. It's release and revelation. This, again, we are back to the same thing I've just been talking about with this Work Your Light card. This is about a change, some destruction, something that you need to release. It's definitely the theme for the week, isn't it? Definitely. So yeah, everything I've just said, you know, this is what you need to focus on. What is it that you need to let go of? Because there is something. And the thing is, you know, it's what we let go of then makes room for new things. And the amount of times that I've seen clients or friends or, you know, people, colleagues say, oh, I really struggled to let go of something that wasn't serving me. And yet the second I let go of it, I had this amazing new opportunity that was better than what I had. But if I hadn't have cleared out the old thing, I wouldn't have had the time or the room or the energy to bring in this new work. So it always works out in the end. You have to bear that in mind, that no matter how hard it is to let go of something, something really good is going to come in its place. And the sooner you let go, the sooner that new thing can come in. So that leads us to the strengths and the positive this week, which is the Queen of Feathers. Now, she's a very truthful person. She's an ethical person. She has standards. She's focused very much on the future. And again, I feel like this is all about being in alignment. You know, that if something here isn't serving you because it's not in alignment with your values, then this is what your strengths are going to be this week. That you're going to be able to see the truth of what is really what you want. What is really what you need. And you'll be able to set some real good boundaries around this. You know, knowing what you want and what is of value to you and what you don't want, letting go of the things that aren't serving you is a real good first step. So you're going to be able to see very easily what the things are that you need to let go of, without a doubt. Now, that leads us to the King of Shells, who is, I hate saying weaknesses, but possible obstacles, challenges that you might face in the process of doing this stuff. Now, this guy, he is very controlled. He has very constructive energy. He likes to be in harmony, but there's integrity here as well. And I feel like this is what you need to be looking at. You need to really be looking at everything through the eyes of integrity. Is everything in line with your values? You're going to see what's there, what is of value, but this is about what brings you harmony. Make sure that you are flexible enough to ensure that your values are being met through whatever it is that you're doing. Which leads us to the possible outcome, which is the Six of Feathers. And this is a card that's about transition. It's about letting go. Again, it's about going on a healing journey, about moving into something better. So this message is all about that. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to clarify this King of Shells, I think, because I feel like there's more to that message than I've taken from it so far. But this is definitely a message about, please can we clarify the King of Shells, about letting go and transitions. Got the Ace of Pentacles there. This is about manifestation, new financial opportunities and prosperity coming in. Okay. I mean, that's a really good card. It's not really telling me a lot, honestly, about this harmony and integrity. I think, obviously, I think what it's telling us really is that by being in harmony and integrity, that's when we'll get this. Oh, now I've got the Chariot. We've got the Chariot. This is about determination and discipline and taking action, making a decision and focusing on it. Right, okay, now I understand. So overall, we've got this crumbling moment, we've got this tower moment, we've got you clinging to something in your business that is not serving you anymore. But there is this fear, this fear perhaps of letting go because you're worried about what will replace it, or if anything will replace it, and you could be losing out financially, you could lose out on a bunch of subscribers or followers, you could risk pissing people off if you're putting prices up or something like that. But the truth is, and you know the truth here, the truth is that you know that these things aren't working out for you, and you know that change is necessary, and that as soon as you let these things go, you know new things are going to come in. This is a reminder to make sure that you're acting in integrity with what you do, that you look at things not from a financial perspective, but from the emotional perspective, I think. Don't get too emotional about letting go, because honestly it can be hard. You know, it can be really, really hard. It can hurt your feelings and you can feel bad about letting go of some of these things. But what this is saying is that if you do let go, then we have abundance coming in, without a doubt. There'll be new financial opportunities as a result of letting go of the old stuff. And then I also pulled the Chariot there, which is about taking action and making good decisions to move forward. So you know what you need to do. Queen of Feathers says that to me. You know what you need to do. You just need to avoid getting too emotional about it and just cut ties. And then we move forward into the Six of Feathers, which again is about transition. Now, word of warning is that it feels sad. It feels sad to let go. You know, this transition may not feel easy to you. But what this card reminds you of is that there's something better. You're going to move forward to something much better. It's going to bring a lot of new things in, which takes us back to this Ace of Pentacles and the prosperity that's going to come with it. So it could be a tough week for you, my darling, because, you know, letting go is not easy, as we've gathered, but it needs to be done. And I'm really interested to know in the comments below what it is that you feel you need to let go of. And you can tell, you know, is it hard for you? Is it emotionally difficult? If you put a lot of work and time and effort into something, but you know it's time to retire it? Let me know what you're dealing with at the moment. I'm going to bring that to a close now. If you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe. It's free for you, but it's really helpful for me. And if you want to know about my other readings and when I put other videos out, please do ding the bell, because that will make sure that you're informed when I bring new stuff out. So that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next week. With love and magic always, this is Maria Guyan signing out.